Look in my eyes, what do you see? The cult of personality.
Welcome to the deserts of Bahrain, where the Formula One circus has rolled into town. We're expecting the cars to appear out on track shortly to start today's practice session. So Anthony, lots to do of course in these sessions, lots of programs to run. What are you looking for when you jump in the car for free practice?
Well, you have basic checks first of all. You know, is the car working correctly? What are the track conditions like? And you'll be chasing that as the session goes on. Things like that. Then you start getting into the nitty-gritty of it all, and they become more like test sessions where it's all about gathering new data, testing components, tweaking the setup and so on. So there's only so much actual practice that these drivers need. Most of them will be plenty familiar enough with the track layout, either from previous experience or from the simulator.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another F1 2017 video with me. We're at the Bahrain circuit for round 3 of the championship, and I'm currently in free practice 1, trying to do my race strategy program. I've already completed 2 of the 5 laps, and the reason I'm including this in today's video is because I want to show you what happens towards the end of the lap. As if my luck following the retirement on the last lap of the Chinese Grand Prix wasn't bad enough, I seem to be quite the magnet for accidents at the minute. I'm chasing Lewis Hamilton here, who, as you may recall, I had a coming together with in the Chinese Grand Prix. He managed to take out my front wing. And then he was one of the 2 drivers along with Raikkonen who was chasing me down at the end. And again, I'm trying to do my practice program here, and Lewis is in the way. And he hits me. Doesn't let me by.
Are you alright?
And unfortunately I've crashed midway through my race strategy practice program, which means I don't complete the program, I don't get my R&D points, and I have to retire from the practice session. So, not a very happy bunny at the minute, I'm not. These drivers have got to give me some room. I'm doing my track acclimatisation here. This is much later on. I think this is in either free practice 2. Might even be free practice 3. Oh, missed the gate. So I'm a little bit, obviously, on the ragged edge of things, because obviously the retirement in practice session 1 has put me massively on the back foot because I didn't get any laps in, so I'm trying to learn the track. Now in free practice 2.
This is the last lap of the program, final lap of the program.
We've done alright there, I think. Good. I'm coming back to the pits. The most important thing is to obviously get my R&D points in. Okay, so I only got a good for the track acclimatisation program. I'm going to go out now and do the tyre management program, which is obviously just as important. And we're going to go out on the soft tyres, which should wear a lot less around this track. Grosjean in front of us.
You're pushing too hard. It's causing your gearbox to take increased wear.
And of course I'm still feeling the effects of the Chinese Grand Prix with the fact that my gearbox is still not behaving as it should be doing. In fact, that is giving me some serious headaches, the gearbox. Keep losing gears. I may have to think about taking a penalty in this race and swapping out the gearbox. Again, a track like this, you do shift a lot through the gears, so I can't afford to have my gearbox suddenly you know, stop. Otherwise, it's going to cost me lap times and it's going to increase my engine wear. So I'm thinking, after qualifying, wherever I qualify, I'm going to take a new gearbox and take the 5-plate grid drop. I do like this circuit, and I do seem to be quite quick on it, so if I'm going to gamble anywhere and take a penalty, it might as well be here where I seem to be performing quite well again. And as long as I'm sensible in my approach to the race and don't get, you know, tangling with people too early in the race, I can probably recover my penalty quite quickly. So yeah, not really wearing the tyres out at all on this track. Especially not the the softs. There's literally no tyre wear at all. Purple. So that'll be good. Perfect this practice programme. Get the maximum R&D points for it.
Practice program over. That's all we need for now. Return to the garage pronto.
Excellent. So yeah, we've done quite well. And then we're going to do the fuel saving program as well. Might as well go out and do that.
Are you okay?
Or
That was a big one. Confirm you're
I
okay,
thought I
please.
would do that program, but apparently my engine has broke on me, or a part of the engine has broke on me. So I guess we're going to be taking some new engine components into qualifying. And possibly, like I say, a new gearbox into the race. So let's have a look. So that's been quite painful. That's 2 practice sessions I didn't complete because of a crash with Hamilton in the first one and then a mechanical failure in the 3rd practice session. Oh yeah, that gearbox, 81% wear, look.
Cars are ready, the drivers are ready. We hope
If I'm
you're
going to
ready
get
as
through qualifying
is
and then I'm going
about
to change it.
begin
I'm going to
here
bin
in
that
Bahrain.
gearbox.
When it comes to getting lap time
It's
out
only
of
lasted
this
2 and a
circuit,
bit races. It's
traditionally
supposed
been
to
about
last 6.
maximising top speed.
That's
Do you
appalling.
simply remove as much downforce as
Appalling wear
possible,
on that gearbox.
hang on into the corners and max out down the straights?
The teams will have arrived with all manner of parts designed to capitalise on the long straights. The cars will be that much harder to drive in the corners, but everyone will be in the same boat.
Lean fuel mix is unavailable.
Lean fuel mix is unavailable, so yeah, the engine's definitely playing me up. Like I say, I will be using engine 2 for the actual race. I'm using my first engine components for practice and qualifying until they fail, basically. Maximise the wear, get the absolute maximum life out of those components, and then make sure for the race I've got the freshest
You're pushing too
engine
hard.
in.
It's causing your gearbox to take increased wear.
Yeah, and the gearbox as well, of course, is a problem, but that's going to change. If I can put in a decent lap time here, I'm then going to, like I say, take the penalty, take the 5-place drop, and have a new gearbox. Raikkonen set the fastest lap.
Lean mix is available again, but it's temperamental. We could lose it again.
I'm not going to need it. This is qualifying. I'm running max engine mode.
That's the fastest lap so far.
Fastest lap. So, yeah. Another pole position. I can be quite happy about that. So taking the grid drop isn't going to be too painful at this point. And I've given Esteban a good spanking again. I think I'm probably going to win the rivalry between us. And hopefully I should be named as the #1 driver for the team fairly soon. I'm definitely outperforming him.
Emma here. Just wanted to let you know what the team are hoping for in the race.
We've got to finish 7th or higher. We've got to beat Esteban, and championship position is 9th or higher. Right. Okay, so let's fit all green engine parts. Do I leave those? Energy store and control electronics. Yeah, probably leave those. It's the gearbox. I'm just going to change the gearbox. That's all I'm going to do. There we go. Done. So that's me 5th place grid penalty coming up.
Bahrain has showed us many times in the past, though, Anthony Davidson, that a good strategy will only take you so far. Beyond that, you need good racecraft and you need good consistency.
And a little bit of luck too, I'd say. This is one of those circuits where the safety car always seems to come out just at the right time to condense the field together and mix up the cars on different strategies. It's hard on brakes, it's tough on fuel, and the main overtaking opportunity is down into turn 1, where it's easy to outbrake your opponent and potentially have a bit of argy-bargy as well.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Hamilton, Kimi Raikkonen, and a Force India, Massa, Ricciardo, Stroll, and Roman Grosjean. Sainz, Ocon, Nico Hulkenberg, and Kvyat, Palmer, Magnussen, Stoffel Van Dorn, and Fernando Alonso. Wehrlein and Marcus Ericsson rounds off the grid.
I wonder
And
why
now it's
in
time
the
to
game
head down to
audio
the track.
some drivers get called by their full name and some only
Okay,
get
we're
called by
qualified
their
higher than we
surname.
were anticipating.
It
Let's
does
see if we
sound
can
very
do just as
weird.
well in the race.
Sounds very weird to me when some drivers only get referred to by surnames and some are always called by their full names. Right, I'm going to take some extra fuel on board so I can run rich mix from the start of the race, try and give me a little bit of a boost so I can hopefully overtake the 5 cars in front of me and get back up to P1. Do the formation lap.
We're not seeing any technical issues coming off the practice start.
Raikkonen was a bit slow to get away there,
We don't
wasn't
want
he?
to bog down.
I almost overtook him. So I just have to hang back a bit there. Now this is my first time doing a formation lap in the pack. So obviously I've started the first 2 races on pole. So I must make sure I don't run into the cars in front of me, if I can help it. But I'm not sure how that's going to affect me warming my tyres and my brakes. Because they're kind of dictating the pace to me. I can't really get some good acceleration going and then stamp on the brakes hard to light the brake temps up. Same whereas I can't get my tyres going. We'll do some weaving. That seemed to have helped a little bit. That put them up a couple of degrees, look. Like I say, it's going to be hard putting heat into these soft tyres because they just don't wear on this circuit. as I learned from the tyre wear program in practice. Just no wear. These will do a whole race. I think you could do the whole race on these tyres if the rules didn't dictate you had to change them. One of the things I have remembered to do now before this race is actually change my shadow play settings. I've decreased the game sound recording a little bit, because I did notice in the China video it was a bit loud. My commentary got a bit drowned out. I've also moved my on-screen display settings for shadow play, my status indicators, my record indicators and stuff, so I can actually see how many laps I've got, how many laps I've done and how many laps I've got to go. So I'm hoping that this race is not going to be a repeat of China. I need to get back on the completing the race, picking up points. And lights are out and we're off. I got a pretty good start there, pretty decent launch. Looks like Bottas got a great launch on Vettel as well. I'm going down the inside though, I'm going down the inside, and Bottas drives into me. And that's my front wing damaged again.
Alright, well done off the line, we're in a good position. We're seeing minor damage to the front wing. Be easy on the car till we get it repaired.
Let's have a look at that start again from a couple of different angles. Because I've got a feeling I was perfectly in my rights to take that line, and Bottas just didn't give me any room. He just turned into me. He's got a good launch there. He launched between Vettel and Verstappen. Okay, Vettel perhaps didn't give Bottas a lot of room, to be fair. I think 3 cars into one corner didn't go there. Vettel obviously had no idea that I was going down the inside of Bottas. Bottas was sandwiched between us, had nowhere to go. He couldn't go wide because Vettel was turning in on him. So he decided to turn in on me. Yeah, I got a pretty good start there. And like I say, last of the late breakers. Oh, and Bottas just comes out of nowhere and crunches me. Let's have a look. Last replay of the start. Let's look at it from the chase cam. I've got a little bit of wheel spin. I'm turning. Bottas, and then we get our tyres tangled, look. That could have ended up in a massive, massive accident. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I think Bottas could have maybe avoided that. I think Bottas could have avoided that contact. I don't think he had to drive into me there. Went a bit deep, a bit wide. Oh, he's having another go at me. I think the AI at times just needs to calm down a little bit and chill out on the first lap. It's a bit too aggressive. Feeling the lack of front downforce due to the damaged wing. Especially with these soft tyres that don't give you a lot of grip. I wonder if they'll come on the radio and recommend a change of strategy and box me to repair that wing. Like it. Jeff's probably busy crunching the numbers, trying to work out what strategy to put me on actually in this race. Because certainly in China he messed me up. Putting me on the medium tyres did not help me out at all. And then when the safety car came out, I was really on the back foot. Probably just taking his time, waiting to see what pans out. Got a couple of laps before we need to be making decisions. I can drop out of rich mix now. I've managed to put enough gap between me and the guys behind that they're not going to get any DRS off me when it's enabled at the end of this lap. They're not going to be able to slipstream me. One of the things I am going to do, of course, is remember to change my brake balance once I get onto the start and finish straight. Don't leave it too long like I did in China. Let's get that brake balance shifted more to the rear to counteract the loss of front downforce due to the front wing damage, and maybe I can get away with not having to pit for a new wing. Because at the minute, it's not seeming to have too much of an effect on me. And of course, once I put the super softs on, I'm going to get a lot more grip anyway. I may be able to manage without the wing replacement, which will obviously save me quite a bit of time in the pits, as long as I don't take any more damage to the front wing or the car. And like I say, I've got a pretty decent gap building up over the cars behind, so I'm not in any rush. I have to make pit stops. I think I'm just going to pit at the window I selected at the start of the race. I'm not going to change my pre-race strategy. I'm handling the car quite well at this point. Just a case of being consistent now, just keep running good laps. A little bit wide there, but not too much of a trouble. This track lets you get away with going wide in places, there's good amounts of runoff.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the super softs.
So yeah, we're approaching the pit window, which I think is lap 6, I agreed, wasn't it, to come in? I can't believe the marshals still haven't picked up that bit of my front wing that's sitting there at the turn 1. That's a bit dangerous. Run over that and get a puncture. Some brave little Bahrainian marshal should be running out there and picking that up when there's a gap in the traffic. Or not, it doesn't have to wait. He could run out there when there's cars there. It's not like I care about their lives and well-being. As long as he doesn't run out in front of me. Could make the F1 blooper reel then, couldn't he? Love it when a marshal gets run over. Corner. Marshals are a bit stricter on track limits here. Need to be a bit mindful of that. Just get a little bit deep into that first turn. Maybe just need to brake a little bit earlier, maybe. In an ideal world. Again, not really doing too much wrong at this point. Just running my race. Just trying to stay calm and cool and just keep being as consistent as I can be. Oh, and then I go and get all tangled up on the curbs. I didn't want to drive on that bit of the track at that time. Didn't like the look of it. Someone strangle that dog that's barking outside.
The pit window has opened.
Pit window is open, lap 6, yeah. So I'll probably be in either at the end of this lap or on the next lap, I should imagine. Again, not that I need to come in. Oh, again, got penalised there for taking a bit too much of the curb, taking a bit too much of the corner. The stewards probably responded to my claim that they were on holiday for the last race. Not paying attention because they didn't dish out any penalties to the drivers that hit me. Screwed up my race. Oh, bouncing around all over the curves. Getting a little bit untidy. Just go back to rich mix now just to do some hammer time. Of course, need to do hammer time if I'm going to be pitting. Doesn't help if you
remember to pit this lap.
go off the track. Hammer time was lost there. Right, we're pitting, we're boxing. Box, box, box. And I've remembered to switch the automatic pit stop thing back on again because I just didn't understand that whole pit limiter thing. It didn't seem to work right in China, but I am doing the manual release. So I've got to remember to clutch.
Go now.
So I'm kind of half and half there on the pit assists. I'm not completely manual pit stopping, but I'm not completely letting the computer do it.
Now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Right, please don't hit me, Lewis. I was risking further front wing damage there. I want to get after these boys. I'm going to take Raikkonen here. Go on. You can take it. Go on. There's no match for you. Two brand new super softs, rich fuel mix. I've got these guys. Now I need to chase down Vettel and pass him. Or at least guarantee I perform the undercut when he comes into pit. Should happen anyway, because I think I had a decent enough lead on him, didn't I? I perhaps should be able to get past him. I would have passed him anyway, but if I put in some good solid laps, then I'm definitely going to retake my first place when he pits. It'd be a bit darker with this being the night race. It still seems to be fairly early in the evening here in the desert. Normally it's like pitch black when they do these races in real life, and they have obviously the floodlights providing all the light. It was darker in qualifying actually than it is here in the race. So I'm probably benefiting from the fact that it's quite light and I'm not dealing with sun in my eyes. visibility of the whole track. I'm not getting any glare like I did in Australia and somewhat in China. This is probably I would say, probably the ideal time to be racing. Just as the sun's setting.
Our gap behind is 7.8 seconds.
Didn't take that corner very well, but it doesn't matter because Vettel's peeling into the pits for his stop. I set the fastest lap of the race anyway, so yeah, definitely not a problem there. Catching Vettel, regaining my first place. That's it now, just cruise on into the finish. Shouldn't be any dramas at this point. I don't think anyone's close enough to me to give me any problems. Mainly now about me avoiding making any silly mistakes and hopefully, fingers crossed, no mechanical issues creep up or rear their head. I could probably drop out of rich mix again soon now, once I've got the fuel down. I've got a 3-second penalty there for the track limit.
Penalty will go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
That wasn't me cutting a corner, that was me going wide. That was me going beyond, further off track. I wasn't gaining an advantage
There's 5
there.
laps of fuel remaining.
Well, that seemed a bit harsh to pick up a 3-second penalty for that. I can understand corner cutting, but in a situation like that where you actually go further off track and actually therefore end up going slower, you shouldn't get penalised for that, I don't think. That was probably the neatest I've taken that corner today. That corner is a bit awkward, you have to admit. It seems really, really weird, really, really tight, that corner.
We pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be
Again,
back on
track
target soon.
limits.
Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
I'll turn the engine down on this next lap, I think. Let me get across the line, see if I can set a fast lap. Probably don't, I haven't got DRS advantage this time. No, so standard mix. Ooh, nearly ran over that bit of front wing again, it's still there. Four laps to go. Yeah, I took that corner pretty well again that time.
Vettel behind. Okay, the gap behind is 29.3 seconds.
29 seconds.
Super softs. The time last lap was
On
a
old
1
super
minute
softs.
39.8.
Okay. So I can pretty much take it easy these last 4 laps. Built up like a half a minute lead.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Okay, so I can probably run it lean mix then. Save a bit of wear and tear on the motor.
Yellow flag.
Yellow flag. What for? Who for? Keep getting close to that bit of debris. Come on, Marshals, get out there and pick it up. I should be on the radio now going, Charlie, there's a lot of debris on the track at turn 1. A lot of debris on the track at turn 1, Charlie. Try and get Charlie Whiting to send someone out there to retrieve it. Oh, made a complete mess of the corner this time. Yeah, that was probably the worst I've taken that corner today. Oh, back markers. Looks like a Sauber. Who is it? Ericsson? Verline. Easy. Too easy. Pass a Sauber. Then again, I suppose it's easy for me to say that when I've basically chosen probably the best midfield team in F1 at the minute to be a member of, be a part of. You know, I could have committed career suicide and joined Sauber or McLaren. I just envision myself getting a puncture if I don't tidy up that first corner. Verline's a long one. I was expecting to see like quite a queue of cars, but he's miles off the pace. He's not even in touch with. He's not even in the same race as everybody else, is he? There's another car in front of me here, which will be. Who will that be? McLaren.
2 laps of fuel left.
Yeah. It's a McLaren. Who is it? Is it Alonso or Van Dorn? I guess it's for Alonso. Fernando Alonso, I'm guessing. Need to get a bit closer though to see that name tag. Mugging down the start and finish straight into the first corner.
This is your final lap of the race.
Bit of lift and coast. Yep, it's Alonso. Alonso with his GP2 embarrassing engine. He can't be happy. He can't be happy running. What? He must be 19, just ahead of Verline. I can imagine the things he's coming out with on team radio in this race. He must be fuming, being down in 19th. And it's not like he's even close to the cars in front of him. He's not in a race with anybody. Back markers. 2 this time. This is probably the other McLaren and probably the other Sauber. Yeah, Van Dorn and Ericsson. Might as well have a bit of fun. Chase these two down before the end of the race. Let's go for it, let's have them. Even in lean mix, they're no match for the power of the Mercedes engine. There we go then. Victory.
Nice work, that's P1. Race win. Well done.
Victory! Back on the winning podium after that blip in China. It's nice.
And an incredible win for Force India. A
Nice
brilliant
race.
performance.
Steady again.
And Anthony
Bit of
Davidson, give me your
first
thoughts.
corner,
How did they
first lap
accomplish
drama,
this
but-
result?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach
Exactly.
that can push you a long way up the field.
That's what I did. It was consistent lap after lap.
I can see them on their way out to the podium now. Force India have really come a long, long way in this sport. And what a special race this was, to see them earn that top spot.
Bottas and Vettel pick up the other podium places. That's nice. No Kimi Raikkonen, which seems to be the dominant driver in F1 27 career mode that I've seen from watching other videos on YouTube. Raikkonen tends to win a lot of races. He seems to be quite OP, but didn't factor in this weekend's race. And again, just put the hurting on Esteban. I didn't manage to get a penalty-free race though, because obviously I picked up that penalty for track limits and a couple of warnings. Maintaining a good career score though. So yeah, not doing too bad. Another good race result this weekend. Have a look how we're doing on all the important bits and pieces. So yeah. Not got any upgrades to worry about. My gearbox is alright. Driver standings. So I'm back to top of the Drivers' Championship with my by 1 point over Kimi. And Force India are sitting third in the Constructors' Championship. So after 3 rounds, that's not bad going. That's a pretty decent result, I think. We can all be happy with that.